Join me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Find all my social media links below in the info section of this video. So it is absolutely time for summer, and I'm getting 1,000,001 questions about how you can look good during the summer in your bathing suits or in your swimming suit. Let me say this, I am not a person who likes the idea of losing weight fast. I lost 108 pounds in the course of a year, so that took slow and steady time, and I've kept it off for 7 years. But look, some of us have to get into crunch time. I want to just tell you all some tips and tricks that will work and some things that I know that work to speed up weight loss. We all know that summer is coming, what, June 20th? Let's get it together, boo-boo. One of the things that I did was no rice, no bread, no sugar, and no pasta for about 6 weeks. I allowed myself those ingredients just on Saturdays and Sundays and within moderation. It helped me eliminate and detoxify my body of unneeded carbohydrates. We know in a healthy diet, you should still have carbs in your diet. Almost 65% of your diet should come from healthy carbohydrates. When you're trying to shape up for the summer, you don't exactly want to have a bread belly. Try that out, and then try eating some on the weekends within moderation. Don't just pig out on them because you haven't had them for 5 days. I get 1,000,001 emails first off about how to start with detoxing. If you're going to start something like this, you want to make sure that you're detoxing and doing things like that that are actually cleansing the system. Now, I'm no big supporter of doing liquid diets, but I do believe that there are things that you can do to detoxify the body. Some of those things include fruits and vegetable ideas that really help you detoxify the body rather than going on a liquid diet. And I also have suggestions for those that like to do smoothie diet. So you can check those out over on www.BeautifulBrwnBabyDol.com. I've already placed the link below, so if you want to see some of those suggestions, check it out, guys. It's time for another episode of Beautiful Brown Baby Doll News. Over the past several years, I've been asked 1,000,000 times, how do you stay bathing suit ready? Rather than giving you what to do, I'm going to tell you what to stay away from. Also, on Tuesday, June 17th, I'll be posting a video to my second channel showing you some of my favorite weight loss items in my home. You'll then be able to click here to get that video. Stay away from foods that are going to cause you to bloat. Even those healthy foods that we like to eat, it causes us to bloat. I'm headed to Miami in August, so I will stay away from these foods for about 2 weeks in advance. And then when you're on the trip, you want to stay away from these foods because they can show bloatation pretty quickly. Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more we already know. The junk food, fried slices of pizza, hot dogs, all of that needs to stay away from you if you want to look good in your swimming suit, even if it is a one piece. Stay away from artificial sweeteners. The ingredients within them actually cause bloatation. There's also something called cruciferous vegetables. You want to stay away from these. They include broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. These are going to cause the stomach to appear to be a lot more bloated and give you gas. Not going to look good in the swimsuit. If you're trying to look slim and trim, the carbonation in the soda is going to cause you to look bloated. Stay away from high levels of sodium. A lot of us love us some dairy, but boo-boo, you're going to have to stay away from the dairy to reduce the size of a big bloated belly. That includes milk and cheese and any other thing that could cause you to have bloating. A big exception to this rule is to have plain Greek yogurt, which is not going to produce the same amount of bloatation as, say, your common dairy. If you really want to be hot, stay away from the gluten. And it's okay to still have fiber, but there are foods that contain fiber that don't have high levels of gluten. Gluten is going to cause bloatation and gas. Chewing gum can actually increase the amount of air that you're taking in, which causes your belly to look bloated. If you want to stand up and look good, slim and trim, you don't want to be having a bunch of alcohol while you're thinking about wearing a bathing suit, men or women. That goes for beer bellies, alcohol bellies, and everything in between. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Revving up your exercise is amazing during the summer. I've run marathons, I've completed Insanity twice, Turbo Fire, and many other things. But during the summer, I work out twice a day, totaling about 2 hours total and burning over 1,000 calories per day that I want to look a certain way during the summer. And currently, I've been doing this for about 2 weeks and I've seen great results in my body. This includes weightlifting and circuit training, different workout DVDs such as Jillian Michaels' 30-Day Shred, Hip Hop Abs, Insanity Video, Turbo Fire, Turbo Gym, Taibo. All of those have been amazing for me to do 2-a-days. So I try to find interesting things that are really cool that work for me. You can also just try your normal workout. And if you have a pet or a friend that you can go on a walk with during the evenings, that also works significantly to help you lower the amount of calories and caloric intake that you're encountering. That's going to help to rev up the calories that you burn, and it's going to help you look slimmer and trimmer during the time that it counts. My last comments are things that I've mentioned in various different videos about losing fat in certain parts of the body. You know that you can't spot reduce. However, you can lose fat overall. Some of the things that I've gathered that others enjoy and that have been scientifically proven to work are, first of all, keeping that food journal. One of the things that I love to use is Lose It, which was recommended to me by a really good friend of mine. It tells you how many calories you've had for the day, and it also helps you budget your exercise. If you go to Lose It, especially on an iPhone or any other phone that has apps, it'll actually have you put in your exercise, your goals, how much you need to lose or how many calories you need to get out of your diet in order to lose weight. You have a goal of a month of losing 10 pounds. It tells you how many calories you need to burn in a week in order to get to that place, and it gives you a daily budget on your calories. You use your phone all the time, baby. Use it to help you lose this weight. Eat whole and unprocessed foods. These are amazing for helping you look slim and trim. A lot of times the things inside processed foods are high levels of sodium. I've told you all to stay away from sodium in order to cut back on bloatation. So this is going to be an amazing way for you to keep slim and trim and look good in your bikini beachwear. Stick to water, because water is going to keep you cleansed out. It's going to limit the amount of bloatation, and it's also not going to add sugar and unneeded sodium to the diet, which will cause bloatation as a result. So you want to make sure that you stay away from beverages other than water, especially when you're trying to prepare for the summer and looking good in your bikini beachwear. People who write down what they eat actually tend to do a lot better than those. People who write down what they eat actually tend to do a lot better than those who don't, because it makes you aware of what you're eating and how much of it you're consuming. Eliminate sugar wherever you can. That includes artificial sweeteners, because they're going to cause bloatation. If the ingredients say OSE or OS on the end, corulose, sucralose, shialose, whatever, I just made those up. If it says OS, a lot of times those are code words for sugar. So you want to make sure you stay away from those so that you don't run around looking like a big sugar bag. Common and easy things that you can really start to implement is chewing slower and longer. That allows your brain to catch up with your body. So if you're chewing slower and longer, this gives your body a lot more time to take in the calories and actually realize when it's full. You also want to make sure that you don't eat with your fingers. When you eat food with your fingers, you tend to underestimate how much you've actually taken in. So try eating with a fork and a knife. While you're out on the beach or while you're out this summer, pack your own lunches. It's like my little cute lunchbox, which reminds me that I need to make my lunch because it's so cute. It looks like a purse and it's insulated, and you can get it from Walmart. It looks cute for wherever you're gonna go. Try little things like that. It'll also make you more accountable for your health, fitness, and your goals. Included in those workouts should be high intensity cardio, or really revving up or getting some blood pumping exercises in so that your body is able to tighten and tone problem areas pretty quickly. I hope that these have been helpful for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure that you join me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All of the links are below in the info section of this video. Thanks so much for visiting. Much love, guys. Get them bikini beach bodies right. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.
Well, I'm that N to the I to the N to the A, better known as BBBD. A motivating, captivating personality with weight loss, hair care, yeah, you know with me. Much more than a diva.